Hello, fellow night owls. If you watch this right after I post it, you are a night owl. It's going on 3 o'clock in the morning, and I've been up since midnight. This is something I've struggled with for a lot of my adult life. My therapist said that it's common with autism to be more of a night owl, I guess you could say. But honestly, I would much rather be sleeping. I would much rather be sleeping and have a normal schedule, because these nights can be very long, especially when there's only so much I can do. It's not like I can go outside. I'm afraid of wildlife creeping around at night, the nocturnal animals. One time I did this in Florida. I would go outside and I'd sit and I'd look up at the stars, and I heard a rustling behind me, it was behind me but to the side of me, and I looked, and it was a possum, but it was like a lighter colored possum, and I just freaked out, and I was like, oh, I'm not sitting outside anymore. Well, now, especially being in the Southwest, I've looked out my window and I've seen coyotes just trotting down the regular street. So yeah, you won't catch me going outside. So anyway, I thought I would bring us a psalm. It's a psalm of David, of course, and it's a it's a psalm that he wrote when he was dedicating the temple to the Lord. But it's also a psalm of rescue. The Lord rescues us from our troubles when we call on his name. He rescues us in his timing, but he will rescue us and he will help us. And I just thought I would bring this psalm because I was reading it. It's Psalm 30. And I just love how David writes. I love the words he uses, and I love his passion behind his psalms. He writes, I will exalt you, Lord, for you rescued me. You refused to let my enemies triumph over me. O Lord, my God, I cried to you for help, and you restored my health. You brought me up from the grave, O Lord. You kept me from falling into the pit of death. Sing to the Lord, you godly ones. Praise his holy name. See how David is telling all of us, sing to the Lord, you godly ones. Look what he does for you. Praise his holy name. For his anger only lasts only a moment, but his favor lasts a lifetime. Weeping may last through the night, but joy comes with the morning. When I was prosperous, I said, nothing can stop me now. Your favor, O Lord, made me as secure as a mountain. Then you turned away from me, and I was shattered. I cried out to you, Lord. I begged the Lord for mercy, saying, what will I gain if I die, if I sink into the grave? Can my dust praise you? Can it tell of your faithfulness? See, he's pleading with God. He's like, what good am I if I'm dead? I can't praise you if I'm dead. Hear me, Lord, and have mercy on me. Help me, O Lord. You have turned my mourning into joyful dancing. You have taken away my clothes of mourning and clothed me with joy, that I might sing praises to you and not be silent. O Lord my God, I will give you my thanks forever. I love this psalm because it touches so many different bases of our lives. It talks about how he'll restore our health. It talks about when we cry out to him, he hears us. We also feel shattered inside when we feel the Lord has turned away from us. Because honestly, what are we without the Lord? We're nothing. We need him. He is like our charger to our phones. If we don't have him, we run out of battery. I mean, we can't survive without God. So many people don't realize that God is the one that puts the air in our lungs. God is the one that keeps our heart beating every day. God is the one that watches over us at night when we're sleeping and we're the most vulnerable. God is the source of everything. And David even says in the end, "You have turned my mourning into joyful dancing, and you have taken away my clothes of mourning and clothed me with joy." God will do that. And I can tell you, he's doing that for me right now. I have been in mourning for years. You know, it seems like every time I turn around, something happens that leaves me mourning. It started even in my childhood. You know, my mom, she had some health problems, and it started when I was in elementary school. She went in for a surgery just to get something. She had an ulcer. She had a peptic ulcer in her stomach, and she went in to have surgery for that, but something went wrong during the surgery, and it really messed up her stomach. So she had to have her stomach removed, and because of that, she had health problems for her whole life. They made her a stomach out of part of her pancreas. I know this sounds really wild. And then so she would have a lot of episodes of pancreatitis, and she just went through a lot. And I remember growing up, a lot of times my mom was in the hospital. She wasn't home. It was just my brother and my dad and me. And my dad didn't really know how to be a dad. I think my dad was just kind of lost, because from what I understand, he didn't have much of a dad. So we gotta give our parents, we gotta cut them a break. They're human too, and they've gone through things. But anyway, I've been through mourning a lot of my life. I missed my mom so much growing up, and then I lost her at 17 for a reason that had nothing to do with her health problems. She just had a brain aneurysm. The doctor said that it had nothing to do with, you know, the problems that she was dealing with her whole life, her health. So, you know, when I lost my mom, and then, you know, just after that, I had a terrible marriage and had to go through a horrific divorce. And, you know, my children were affected by it, and it just seems like everything kind of snowballed. And now I'm kind of like in that season where things are leveling out. You know, it's been 4 years since I lost my brother Eric, and the Lord is healing me of that grief. And but it's a kind of grief I don't think that'll ever go away. The Lord is just teaching me how to live with it without letting it take me down. Because, you know, grief is a form of love. And of course I love my brother. I miss him a lot. So anyway, I brought this psalm to us because I was just browsing through the Psalms. And I just like to read all the different Psalms because they all have different meanings, and we can take so much comfort in the Psalms, because the Psalms talk about struggles, mourning, difficulties, but they also talk about how the Lord restores, redeems, and rescues. I love the Psalms. They bring me comfort, and that's why I bring them to you. So I hope you enjoyed that one. So I guess I'll go now and finish my coffee. Oh, check this out. I'm in trouble. I can't drink creamer with my coffee because, for one, it upsets my stomach, but two, it's gonna make me gain a lot of weight if I keep drinking creamer in my coffee. But I tell you what, Chobani makes a coffee creamer. Why? Why did they do that to us? I discovered it when I was at my son's house. He had it in his fridge, and I thought, are you kidding me? The yogurt is good, so you can imagine the creamer. So, yeah, I gotta make some changes to my diet big time, because I just do. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that psalm and a little bit of my side notes of life experiences and my thoughts. So I'll let you go, and I'm gonna try to get some sleep, I guess. I got nothing else to do. Plus I have church in the morning and I can't miss that. So, well, oh, and all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. I just want to say that, happy Mother's Day. And to all of our mothers in heaven, we love you and we miss you and we honor you every day. And happy Heavenly Mother's Day. My mom's birthday is actually on the 11th. Her birthday always falls on Mother's Day, and it's like a double whammy, but it's okay. I know she's in a better place. She's with the Lord, and she's no longer suffering with any of her health problems. So, okay, I'll keep going on and on if I don't end this video. So I'll let you go now. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.